This summer, there hasn't been a single day when Mylo and I haven't spent time at a playground or somewhere we can play in the water. And almost every single time, I overhear a conversation between a parent and a child that makes me pause. If you don't come right now, we're never coming back. You don't deserve to be here. You're being so mean. Every time I hear it, I find myself wishing I could gently share what completely changed the way I see moments like these. Because leaving the playground doesn't have to end like this. I'm a mama too, and I've also spent years working with a theory called self-determination theory. It's one of the most researched theories of human motivation, and it completely changed the way I understand moments like these. But this isn't really a story about leaving the playground. It's a story about what happens when children are asked to leave something they love. Because in that one moment, something much bigger may be happening inside your child. And it has to do with 3 basic psychological needs we all share. By the end of this video, you'll know what those 3 needs are and how you can support them without changing the boundary. Whether that's leaving the playground, the pool, the lake, or anywhere they wish they could stay just a little longer. Before we continue, I want to say one thing. This isn't about judging parents. Some days, parenting is exhausting, and I truly believe most parents are doing the best they can with what they have been taught. My hope is simply to share another way. What if the problem isn't that our children are refusing to listen? What if leaving the playground feels so hard because in that moment, we may be unintentionally making it harder for those 3 psychological needs to be met? Think about what your child experiences while they're playing. They decide where to go, which slide, which swing, whether to climb, run, dig, splash. Every few seconds, they're deciding what happens next. That's autonomy. Then they challenge themselves. They climb a little higher, jump a little farther, try again after falling. That's competence. Then they laugh with another child, hold your hand, invite you to play, share discoveries. That's relatedness. Now, without us even realizing it, the playground isn't just a place to play. It's a place where children naturally experience autonomy, competence, and relatedness. And then, in one sentence, everything changes. Time to go! Just seconds ago, they were deciding where to climb, where to run, what to explore next. Now, someone else is deciding for them. They may have been in the middle of mastering something and their challenge isn't finished. They may be in the middle of a new friendship, building castles in the sandbox. In a matter of seconds, all 3 needs may suddenly feel much less supported. When I tell Mylo it's time to leave, he's probably not thinking, how can I make Mama's life difficult today? He's thinking, I'm doing something I love and someone is asking me to stop? That's a completely different problem, and different problems require different solutions. Once you start looking through this lens, a completely different question appears. Not, how do I stop the tantrum? Instead, which need needs support right now? When people feel controlled, they often push back. Children are no different. That doesn't mean you shouldn't leave. It means the transition is psychologically much bigger than adults often realize. So let's imagine it's time for Mylo and me to leave the playground. This isn't about avoiding no. It's about saying no without our children feeling controlled. The first thing I ask myself is, how can I support his need for autonomy? Leaving isn't optional. The boundary stays the same. But maybe he can still have a say in how we leave. So instead of saying, we're leaving right now, I might say, it's time to go because I need to prepare your lunch at home before you get too hungry. Would you like one last turn on the slide or one last swing? A minute later, do you want to bring a little flower home for Papa or a little rock from the playground? He doesn't choose whether we leave, but he still gets some meaningful choice in how we leave. What about competence? Then, as we're getting ready to leave, he looks back and points as if he was saying, "One more!" Maybe he was trying to climb a little higher. Maybe he almost made it across the monkey bars. Maybe he finally figured out how to use a piece of equipment he'd been practicing on all morning. From my perspective, we're just leaving the playground. From his perspective, he's leaving before he finished something that mattered. So instead of pretending that doesn't matter, I acknowledge it. Today, you took your very first step onto the playground bridge all by yourself. That took courage, Mylo. Or, I watch you move hand over hand all the way across the monkey bars. The boundary hasn't changed, but his effort and his struggle have been seen. And finally, relatedness. This is usually the moment when the tears come. This is where I remind myself that supporting relatedness doesn't mean saying yes. It doesn't mean letting Mylo stay. It means making space for his feelings while still holding the boundary. He can be disappointed. He can be angry. He can wish we could stay all day and all night. Those feelings are welcome. And at the same time, the boundary can stay exactly the same. So instead of saying, "Come on, stop crying," with a warm tone of voice, I might say, "You're having so much fun. It really is frustrating when someone tells you it's time to stop doing something you love." I'm not changing the answer. I'm changing how he experiences the answer. The boundary stays the same. What changes is how your child experiences it. None of this guarantees that Mylo won't cry, and that's okay. That's not the goal. The goal isn't to remove his feelings. The goal is to help him move through them while still feeling autonomous, capable, and connected. The next time Mylo struggles to leave the playground or any other place he enjoys, I'll probably still have to say it's time to go. The boundary won't change, but I'll remember what might be happening inside him. He's not trying to make my life difficult. He's simply doing something he loves, and someone is asking him to stop. Instead of asking, "How do I stop the tantrum?" I'll ask, "Which need needs my support right now?" I think children need parents who understand what they're experiencing. Maybe parenting isn't about preventing big emotions. Maybe it's about helping our children move through those emotions while feeling understood, capable, and connected. Because maybe the goal isn't raising children who always listen immediately. Maybe it's raising children who feel understood, capable, and deeply connected, even when the answer is no. This same idea changed the way I praise Mylo every day. To learn more about the power of the words we use with our children, watch this video next on our channel.
Ba. Ba. Ba.
Bye.